How much you had to drink?
Yeah, man, you've been drinking. I can smell it.
I did.
Yeah.
So how much?
Really?
That's what.
So, go ahead.
You know where you're at right now?
Do you know where we are?
Do you know where we're at?
Yes, we are in like New City.
What city are we in?
New City.
We're in New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you understand how that doesn't make sense at all?
This analysis examines a public intoxication arrest under Texas law and the constitutional standards that govern it.
Sir, out, poking. Turn around. Open.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Fine.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So what happened?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Can we go up there and talk so we stop huddling around?
Yeah.
We're going to go all the way up to Jeffrey. You good?
No.
No, we're going to talk up there.
I smell it. Keep going. Keep going.
We'll talk up there. We're not going to talk in front of Jeffrey. All the way.
Keep going.
Through the door.
Come on, come.
We're just going to talk about what happened on the flight before we got here, so we understand what's going on.
You can, nope. Go ahead.
It's just like every other door. Go to your left.
Which part of
Seats over here.
Yes.
We'll have a seat over here by the garbage cans. Right here. Right here. You want to have a seat? Or chair stand?
You can.
See your pants?
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, so what happened on this plane before we got here? Why did they pull the plane back?
Nothing.
Nothing happened at all.
So they just decided to turn the plane around and pull you off for no reason.
No. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to call BS on that. Why did they remove you from the flight?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So they chose you out of 100 plus people out of the aircraft to take off the airplane for no reason.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
How much you had to drink?
Yeah, man, you've been drinking. I can smell it.
I did.
Yeah.
So how much?
Really?
That's what. So why were your pants also unzipped as we were walking up?
So I live in New York City. So
where are you from?
New York City. I just.
New York City.
Okay. You're from New York City. Okay. So go ahead.
Do you know where you're at right now?
Do you know where we are?
Do you know where we're at?
Yes, we are in like New City.
What city are we in?
New City.
We're in New York?
Yeah.
Okay, where are you trying to head to?
Where are you trying to go?
Where are you flying to?
I went to my house.
Where's your house at?
Oh, okay. So I live in New City my house is like Intoxication, New City. Living there for 13 years. Yeah.
So you're in New York and you're trying to get to your house in New York. But
Yes,
you're at an
yes,
airport.
yes.
So why are you at the airport in New York if your house?
I live in New City.
Okay.
Do you understand how that doesn't make sense at all?
So
You're saying you're in the airport in New York, but your house is in New York, and that's where you're trying to get to.
You want to go to my house? I live in New City.
Hey, what's your first language?
What do you mean?
Like,
We speak Spanish.
you speak Spanish?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Is that easier for you to?
I live in New City for like 12 years.
Real quick, how many alcoholic beverages did you drink? Beer, whiskey, vodka. What did you
Wine.
It just
drink? Was it wine?
yeah, like
Wine?
a beer.
A beer. You had a beer or wine?
Yeah.
The can?
You guys, I've lived in New York for many years.
I know. I lived in New Jersey for many years. It doesn't. Regardless, how
And
much did you?
pay my?
I get it. I get it. I don't. I'm not here for any.
I'm married with my husband, for many years.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
How much drink?
Okay. Do you mind?
No, I don't mind at all.
I did not.
Trying to figure out how much he had to drink.
¿Cuánto consumió usted? ¿Cuánto bebió?
Oh, no. Muy poco.
Sí, pero ¿cuánto es muy poco?
Oh,
Una cerveza.
yo le voy a ver a mi marido.
¿Cómo?
Le voy a mi marido.
¿Quieres su maleta?
Ya, mi marido.
Tu marido.
Yeah.
¿Quieres su marido? ¿Dónde está su marido?
Está en mi casa and we live in New York City.
He's asking for his husband. He lives in New York City. ¿Pero por qué quiere usted a su
Still
esposo?
saying stuff in a different language.
¿Ah? ¿Por qué quiere a su esposo?
Did you drink?
Solamente
Tomé
necesita...
un
How
trago.
much? How much? One,
Él
two,
necesita
three.
saber cuánto.
How much?
Tengo un problema con eso.
Lo que pasa es que usted no puede abordar un vuelo cuando está bien tomado.
Okay.
Y nosotros necesitamos saber cuánto usted bebió. Lo más pronto que usted
Okay, yo me
responda...
de Guadalajara,
Guadalajara. Pero ¿cuánto bebió en Guadalajara?
Literally none of our questions have been answered. None.
What is he saying? I'm sorry.
I was my best friend, his father died, and I was celebrating.
He was celebrating his father's,
Yeah.
his best friend's father's death.
Yeah.
Pero ¿cuánto bebió? I'm trying to get it out of him. How
Yeah,
much he
he's
drank.
not. So
fine.
he.
So, okay,
Well,
guys,
let's ask
I
this.
live in New York City.
We know.
We
get it.
Pero ellos solamente
you
quieren
wanna
saber
go my father, my husband is here.
Sí, pero eso no nos responde la pregunta que ellos
He doesn't know where he doesn't know where he's at.
What was the question?
¿Cuánto ha bebido? ¿Cuánto bebió usted?
Why you ask me the question? Why?
Or are we asking him?
Because-
Sorry,
he can't
I don't
answer
need
it.
it. I don't need it. He's good.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
he doesn't remember getting
Okay,
removed from the flight. He doesn't
Do you have some
understand.
license yet?
Appreciate it.
What?
First and foremost.
Licencia.
Absolutely. I live in New York City.
Yep.
We know.
We get that.
I live in New Jersey. I also live in Texas.
I live
live
in
the
New York
United
City.
States.
So you know.
Is this all your stuff?
Yeah.
Do you have a check bag or anything?
I paid my.
Okay. You don't need to get anything out.
What's his name?
You don't need to get anything out.
What's his name?
The New York State ID. I need to run.
Jose.
I paid my
was just-
whole, everything, It's my passport,
We don't need it.
No, but he needs to remove him from
I
the
had
flight.
I own like,
Pay attention to me.
ID
I own
number.
like,
Pay attention to me.
ID number is going to be 4.
We're good. We don't need your passport. Okay. You can put that back over here so you don't lose it.
I can call my lawyers if you want me to, my lawyers.
So you don't lose it.
I can call my lawyers right now.
Go ahead, put your hands while you're back here.
No,
Yeah. Go ahead, put your hands while you're back.
what happened?
You're under arrest for public intoxication. You not reasonable.
Why?
You need to sober
You
up.
need to sober up. Okay. All right. Okay. Good.
Public intoxication in Texas is defined by Texas Penal Code Section 49.02. The offense requires 3 elements: a public place, intoxication, and a degree of impairment that may endanger the person or another. An airport terminal qualifies as a public place, satisfying the first element without dispute. Texas Penal Code Section 49.01 defines intoxication as the loss of normal mental or physical faculties caused by alcohol, or an alcohol concentration of 0.08 or more. A chemical test is not required. Observed impairment alone can establish this element. The danger element is the heart of the offense. The state need not prove actual harm, only that the level of impairment created a risk to the individual or to others. Disorientation severe enough to prevent a person from identifying their location, paired with an inability to safeguard their own welfare in a crowded space, satisfies this threshold. The initial contact was an investigative detention. Under Terry v. Ohio, decided in 1968, officers may briefly detain a person on reasonable, articulable suspicion of criminal activity. A dispatched report of disruptive conduct supplies that suspicion, public intoxication is a Class C misdemeanor, punishable only by a fine of up to $500. A common question is whether police may make a custodial arrest for a fine-only offense. The Supreme Court answered this in Atwater versus City of Lago Vista, a Texas case decided in 2001. The court held that the Fourth Amendment does not bar a warrantless arrest for a fine-only misdemeanor, provided the officer has probable cause and the offense occurs in the officer's presence. Texas Code of Criminal Procedure Article 14.01 codifies that same authority.
It does to me. We get right in.
There's a pride. Where did
So close.
where'd you tell transport to come?
We should probably just go to 9. What's up?
You'll be able to call them in probably about 10 minutes or so.
You can call your husband. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
About 10 minutes or so, but you got to walk with us. Where'd you tell them?
It's in 25. You want to
Guys,
proceed?
why? What?
You've had too much to drink, man. You can't take care of yourself. You don't know where you're at right now.
What?
Come on.
You've had too much to drink. You can't take care of yourself. You don't know where you're at.
Yeah.
You were poking random passengers next to you that got you sent back here, so, but you don't remember that.
Undone, fall down, unsteady on your feet.
Can I call my husband?
Yeah, in a little bit. In a little bit.
Am I arrest?
Come on. Yeah, you're under arrest.
Why?
Public intoxication. You got dudes sleeping off.
Why?
Who this?
Spread your feet for me. Spread your feet. Spread them.
Can I call my husband, please?
About 10 minutes.
Please.
No, not right now.
Something's wrong.
Not right now.
Alright, you got anything on you guys? Just stab me.
I didn't know nothing's wrong, please. Don't make me cry. Wait, stop me, guys.
Sorry.
Wait, you got me, guys. Why? Why?
Public intoxication for
Too much to drink.
Yeah, too much to drink, dude. There you go. Sleep it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Don't do it, Kurt.
So, I'm going there.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're under arrest for public intoxication.
Why?
Dude, we've told you 3,000 times.
Can I,
To drink.
No. Come on. Get in the car.
can I come on?
No, your stuff's going with you.
It's all going with you. Go ahead, take your left foot, place it up there, and slide yourself in.
Okay. So,
Left foot up.
You will get
Slide
your
in.
phone.
Left foot.
Take
Left foot.
a seat.
There you go.
The Fifth Amendment is also relevant. Public intoxication is proven by observation, not by admission, so the offense does not depend on any statement. Under Berkemer versus McCarty, decided in 1984, ordinary questioning during a temporary detention is non-custodial and does not require Miranda warnings. Statements made after custody attaches could face suppression, but the observational evidence stands on its own. Force is measured under Graham versus Connor, decided in 1989, which requires objective reasonableness judged from a reasonable officer on the scene. Handcuffing and physical guidance of a non-violent arrestee fall at the lowest end of the use of force continuum. A final statute applies at booking. Under Texas Penal Code Section 38.11, introducing prohibited items into a correctional facility is a separate felony, which is why a contraband advisement is standard before booking.
Right there.
Let him on the slide.
please.
Well, right now you're under arrest, so
Why?
for public intoxication, like they already told you.
What is it?
That means you had too much alcohol.
I would talk, you know. I know people, you know. You know
Okay,
Hillary Clinton?
that's cool. Come on, step out.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this one more time. Step out the car. I'm gonna pull you out the car. I don't want to have to pull you out the car.
You know Hillary Clinton?
No, I don't.
I would, you know, I would.
Okay,
talk
I'm asking you
about
this your last
Oh, I
chance.
will talk about Hillary Clinton, you know.
Come on.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Just don't push me. Ow.
There we go. There we go.
You know, I know Hillary Clinton.
Okay, you want to step right here? No, stand right here. Face this wall. There we go. All right, spread your feet for me. Spread your feet. All right, you have anything that you're not supposed to have in your shoes, socks, underwear, anything like that?
What?
Do you have anything in your shoes or socks or underwear that you're not supposed to have? Because if you bring it in here, that's additional charges. I'll take that as a no.
One legal and policy caveat deserves emphasis. Severe disorientation can arise from alcohol, from a language barrier, or from a medical emergency such as a head injury, a diabetic crisis, or a stroke. Treating impairment as purely criminal without screening for a medical cause exposes both the individual and the agency to serious risk. On the grades, the officers earn a B+. Their detention, arrest, and minimal force were lawful and well supported, with the only gap being the absence of a clear medical screen. The subject receives a C+, graded with empathy for apparent impairment. He never turned to violence, though he was briefly non-compliant. The department earns a B for a competent response, with room to strengthen welfare screening and language access protocols. The lesson for officers is that probable cause for a minor offense does not displace the duty to rule out a medical emergency behind unusual behavior. The lesson for the public is that confusion or a language barrier is not a defense. The offense turns on observable impairment and risk, not on what a person says. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content on police court interactions.